Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Vanessa Paloma Bajarnik. Here's a quick look at the top trending international news stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. After a Russian court sentenced WNBA star Brittney Griner to 9 years in prison for drug smuggling, her lawyers promised to appeal the ruling. Griner was arrested and charged with illegal possession of cannabis oil at Moscow's airport in February. U.S. President Joe Biden says his administration is continuing to negotiate her release. The U.S. government has offered to trade a convicted Russian arms dealer in exchange for Griner and another American prisoner, Paul Whelan. Taiwan hosted U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi this week, and it angered China. China announced it is cutting off ties with the U.S. in a wide range of areas, like military talks, legal immigration, and climate change. Climate change was one of the few topics where the U.S. and China cooperated. China also flew 68 warplanes over Taiwan. International officials say it was a warning that China could cut Taiwan off from the rest of the world at any moment. Hundreds of Afghans protested in the streets of Kabul this week against the U.S. drone strike that killed al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri. Taliban officials posted the photos and videos on social media showing protests all over the country. Photographs were also posted on Twitter showing people carrying signs that said, "America is a liar and humiliated. Hashtag down with America." Taliban officials say the U.S. violated international laws by attacking the territory with drones, and it was disrespectful to desire to have a peaceful world. A memorial is growing for a Nigerian man killed in broad daylight in Italy while onlookers watched and did nothing. Police say the 39-year-old man was chased by attackers, hit with a crutch, then beaten to death with their bare hands while on the ground. His mobile phone was also stolen. A 32-year-old Italian man has been arrested and charged with robbery and murder. The killing has sparked outrage and conversation about racism and crimes against migrants in the country. Countries all over the world are experiencing record-breaking hot temperatures. But according to a weather historian, Abadan, Iraq, had the hottest temperature anywhere in the world in 2022. It's hot here in France as well. We are experiencing a drought, and a lot of the farmers don't have any water. On Friday, the high temperatures in Abadan, Iraq, was 53 degrees Celsius or 127 degrees Fahrenheit. Good news for Iran. Temperatures dropped back to normal over the weekend to upper 40s Celsius. And here's a fun fact. The highest temperature ever recorded in the world happened in 1913 in Death Valley, California. Temperatures reached 56.7 degrees Celsius or 134.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that's hot. A hungry traveler flying from Indonesia to Australia was fined nearly $1,900 for leaving 2 undeclared egg and beef sausage McMuffins and a ham croissant in their luggage. A security dog sniffed out the sandwiches, which were sent to be tested for foot and mouth disease, FMD. FMD is not harmful for humans, but it causes painful blisters and sores in the mouths and feet of cattle, sheep, pigs, goats, camels, which stops them from eating and sometimes leads to death. The disease can be carried in meat and dairy products, as well as on clothing, footwear, and in luggage. Australian authorities introduced new security rules after an FMD outbreak in Indonesia spread to Bali. And finally, the England women's football team is still celebrating their historic Euro 2022 2-1 victory over Germany last Sunday. Their success has dominated the front and back pages of newspapers. It was the first major women's championship in England history. A record crowd of 87,192 witnessed the win at Wembley Stadium. Many fans were crying in the stands. Team captain Leah Williamson said the win is more than just a game. The players hope that a new generation of young girls have been inspired by their historic win. I actually saw the game between England and Germany. It was such a good game. It was tied 1-1 most of the way. And it kept going back and forth until finally England scored the second goal, and I was so happy for England. It was such a beautiful game. I hope you guys got to see it as well. Sign1News will be broadcasting international news updates every Sunday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.